What's up, guys? This is vlog 4. Normally these, they were intended to be one a day, but I have no illusions about how interesting I am, so I haven't set myself that target anymore. Vlog entries are going to be sporadic. I mean, we've got so much other content that I want to generate that there'll be videos often. I'm not doing a vlog every day. I don't have stuff to talk about every day. This vlog was supposed to be about Destiny, but now that I'm sitting here filming it, this is the 6th attempt at this video. I've decided that instead of letting the depression stop me from making videos, I'm going to talk about it instead. Because it is a fucking annoying disease. Isn't it? I mean, shit. Chemical imbalance in your brain and somehow you can't fucking do anything right. You know, it's like the voice in your head that's always there that tells you everything's going to be fine. Everybody's got that voice, but if you've got depression, that voice is quiet. Meanwhile, things like paranoia, self-doubt, fear, anxiety itself, those are all much louder voices. Like, surely there's a singular workaround here. Like, I'm not an idiot. I don't think that if depression had a one-hit sort of treatment, we'd already have it. You know, I understand that. And I know that it's a much more complicated disease than that. I mean, for most people, it's a completely different experience. You know, and some people have it worse than others, and some people have it better than others. But it's a disease that, I checked the statistics, like half the world has depression. You know, like how did we get to 50% of 7.5 billion people and not find a more stable way to treat it? And I'm on like my 2nd type of medication, and from my perspective at least, it's not fucking working. Or at least it works when it wants to. All right, so it's this disease that there's so many of us suffering from it. But none of us are sort of meeting up and joining together and trying to find, like, there's no one chemical that'll fix it, I get that. But there are so many different things that people with depression, be they successful or unsuccessful, there are things that all of them try to sort of fix, you know, day by day, because you can't fight it much more than that. So if there's so many of us with that idea of, you know, I have this thing that works, why don't we start sharing that shit? You know, why don't we try and put together an extensive list of things that might help you when you're alone with depression? Because when you're in a group, it's a little easier because people can push you to be happier. Not in a sort of trying too hard kind of way, but like being around people, because human beings are social, because we like being around other human beings. It's a lot easier to fight with your depression then, because you've got people that know you've got it, and they know that there are certain things that might help, you know, to perk you up. And then we all know that there are certain things that make it worse, you know, drugs and alcohol being the big hitters. So surely there's a way we could all sort of sit together or communicate together or something to sort of find a rule book. Make a rule book of if I'm really, really low, I'll read a book. It tends to help. It tends to pick me back up. Or there's certain movies I watch that are only happy movies, you know, like there's no way they can make you feel worse. You know, most of the movies I like are violent or in-depth or dramatic, but there's one or two that are just cute, right? So surely we could make a list of those, and we could share that stuff around, you know, help each other out. There's so many of us. I have a few friends that suffer from depression, and we try and help each other out as much as possible. And it works for the most part. I mean, you know, I feel boosted when I'm around those people because they get it, they know what we're going through, and they know how to fix it. So what about the people that don't know it? Or worse, the people that deny that it's a thing? Right? They deny that it's a chemical imbalance in your brain, that it's just you feeling sad. Isn't there a way we could teach these people? You know, show them the things that we use to try and keep ourselves up as often as possible. I feel like we're missing something. You know, not that we're not trying hard enough or that the medical community is not doing its best, because it is. You know, I get that it's a very complicated condition, but I feel like we could be doing more. Not to cure it as such, because I know there's no cure, it's an imbalance. And I know that there's medications that work, I get that. But the medications are supposed to keep you even. I don't feel that they're designed to make you happy. They're not happy pills as such, they prevent the lows from going too deep, which in my experience I haven't found that they're actually doing that at all. But, you know, I'm not stupid enough to stop taking my meds. There's got to be something. And there's so many of us, there's got to be a lot of suggestions we could access. and share around. Not for, fame or some massive benefit or thanks or credit or anything like that. I mean, just to help someone else who suffers the way we suffer. Because I tell you what, on the high days, I'm happy as anything. I'm cheerful, I'll make new friends, go chat to strangers. I'm great, but there's not a lot of those. The flat days are okay because you can still get yourself back up. You're not starting from all the way down here. You're sort of middle ground and you can push yourself up, and that's great. But the low days, the really low days, it feels hopeless. How the fuck am I supposed to get back to normal? So there's got to be a way to fight those low days. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking of. Because I don't record these videos with any kind of script or anything. I don't have the answers. I'm honest about that. I don't have the right answers. But I feel like if we're all contributing together, maybe we can get the right answers for each other. And, keep taking the meds, keep doing the counseling and stuff. But something else, like an emergency kit. A series of movies or a book or an activity or something, I try and work out, and it helps, but it doesn't last. So there's got to be something that we can combine with things like that and actually go out and try these things and see if they make it better. Because if they do, imagine how productive we'd all be. Imagine how much shit we'd get done if we found a way to wake up low and at least get ourselves to a midpoint where we can just go do something. Because I tell you what, I'm fucking sick of these low days. Seriously. I was a happy kid. I was a happy teenager for the most part, but this is really, it's getting too much now. So I'll keep trying what I'm trying, and if it doesn't work, I'll try something else. But I'd like a few suggestions, I'd like to sort of share the word and go, right, if you've got depression, what do you do to make yourself feel better? Cool, here, this is what I do. Let's trade ideas. Let's see if it works. Because I know it's far more complicated than a one-size-fits-all fix, but just a few more options would be great. So let me know, comment below, like, subscribe, message me on Instagram, message the Facebook page, fucking send me a tweet, I don't care, send me personal messages, whatever it takes. If you've got some ideas and you want some ideas back, let's see if we can find a way around this, alright, because this is getting too much. So much so that I've had to spend an entire video talking about it instead of Destiny, which I was having way more fun doing. So I don't want to be making too many more videos of this. Let's see if we can help each other out. Yeah, we're all strangers to each other, but fuck, we can fix this. We have this in common. So yeah, like, subscribe, send me comments, hit me up. Let's see if we can find a way around it. And thanks for watching.